the deepest lake in America, I used to think drowning was the worst thing that could happen in deep water. Then I saw what lives beneath it. My name is Ethan Carter, and 3 years ago I joined an expedition to investigate the disappearance of a fisherman on a remote lake in northern America. What we found down there still haunts me every night. The lake was enormous. Locals called it Blackwater Lake. The water was so dark that sunlight vanished only a few feet beneath the surface. It was one of the deepest lakes in the country, stretching nearly 1,000 feet down in some areas. People had always gone missing there: boaters, fishermen, divers. Most assumed it was accidents. The locals had another explanation. They said something lived at the bottom. Naturally, nobody believed them, neither did I. At least not at first. The expedition consisted of 6 people: me, our lead researcher, Dr. Marcus Hale, 2 experienced divers named Sarah and Kevin, a sonar technician named Ryan, and our boat captain, Tom. Our mission seemed simple. 3 weeks earlier, a fisherman named Walter Briggs vanished without a trace. His boat had been found drifting in the middle of the lake. His fishing gear remained untouched. His wallet was still on board. Walter himself was gone. No signs of struggle, no blood, nothing. We were there to map the lake floor and search for clues. The first few days were uneventful: cold mornings, dark water, long hours staring at sonar screens. Then Ryan noticed something strange. Guys, we gathered around the monitor. There was a shape, not a fish. Not rock formations, buildings. Rectangular structures, rows of them far below. Dr. Hale stared silently. That's impossible. The sonar clearly showed streets, buildings, even what looked like intersections, an entire town, at the bottom of the lake. Nobody slept that night. The next morning we launched a remotely operated camera. The camera descended slowly through the darkness: 50 feet, 100 feet, 200 feet, 300 feet. Eventually the lake floor appeared. Everyone on the boat went silent. The sonar had been right. There was a town, a real town, houses, roads, street signs, everything. Perfectly preserved, beneath hundreds of feet of water, even stranger. Lights glowed from some windows. The camera drifted closer. I felt my stomach twist. Inside one house stood a person, just standing there, watching the camera, motionless. Dr. Hale whispered, "What the hell?" The figure appeared human, a man. His skin was pale gray. His eyes looked completely black. Then the feed cut out. Static filled the monitor. The camera never came back. Nobody wanted to admit what we'd seen. But we'd all seen it. Someone was down there, waiting, watching. That should have been enough reason to leave. Instead, we got greedy. Dr. Hale wanted proof, real proof. The next day, Sarah and Kevin prepared for a dive. Both were professionals. Both laughed off everyone's fears. By noon, they descended. We monitored their helmet cameras from the boat. The town emerged from darkness. It looked unreal, like time had frozen. Cars sat parked on streets. Storefront windows remained intact. A church steeple rose from the darkness. Then Sarah spoke. "There's writing on a sign." She brushed mud away. The sign read, "Welcome to Blackwood. Population 1,243. None of us could find any record of a town named Blackwood ever existing." The divers continued deeper into town. Their flashlights swept across buildings. Something felt wrong: no fish, no algae, no decay. The place looked alive. Then Kevin froze. "Guys, what? There are people here." His camera turned. Figures stood inside nearly every window, watching, dozens of them, men, women, children, none moving, none blinking, just staring. Sarah sounded terrified. "We need to go." For the first time, nobody argued. Then one of the figures moved. Its head slowly tilted. The transmission erupted with static. Kevin screamed. His camera spun wildly. Something enormous passed through the darkness behind him. Then his feed died. Panic exploded on board. We tried contacting him. No response. Sarah was hyperventilating. I'm going up. Her breathing became frantic. The camera showed her swimming upward. Then she stopped. Something had grabbed her ankle. She screamed. I still hear that scream. A gray hand extended from the darkness below. Then another, then dozens, human hands, hundreds of them, emerging from the black water, pulling, dragging. Sarah disappeared beneath a mass of pale arms. Her camera feed ended. The lake became silent. Nobody spoke. Kevin and Sarah never resurfaced. We should have left. Instead, Dr. Hale insisted on one final survey. That decision killed nearly everyone. That night we heard noises beneath the boat, knocking, slow, deliberate boom, boom, boom. Something was striking the hull. Tom shined a spotlight into the water. At first there was nothing. Then faces appeared, dozens of them, floating just beneath the surface. Their eyes were black, their skin swollen and pale, all staring upward at us. Ryan began screaming. One of the faces belonged to Walter Briggs. The missing fisherman, he smiled, then vanished beneath the water. The knocking stopped. For several minutes, everything was quiet. Then the lake erupted. Hundreds of pale figures surged from the darkness. They climbed onto the boat, human-shaped, but wrong. Their limbs bent unnaturally. Their mouths stretched far too wide. Tom was dragged overboard first. His screams ended instantly. Ryan wasn't as lucky. The creatures pulled him apart while he was still alive. The sound was unbearable, bones snapping, skin tearing, screaming, endless screaming. I ran. Dr. Hale ran with me. We locked ourselves inside the cabin. The door shook violently. Something scratched against the walls. Then came voices, familiar voices, Sarah, Kevin, Tom, all begging us to open the door, all sounding terrified. Dr. Hale almost did it. Then we heard them laughing, not human laughter, something else, something ancient, something hungry. By dawn, the lake was calm again. The creatures were gone. The boat drifted silently. Everyone else had disappeared. Only Dr. Hale and I remained. The authorities never believed our story. They blamed hypothermia, mass panic, hallucinations, anything but the truth. A month later, Dr. Hale killed himself. He left behind one note, 3 words, "They are rising." I didn't understand what he meant until last week. I was scrolling through satellite images of Blackwater Lake. Curiosity got the better of me. I zoomed in near the shoreline. At first, I thought it was a glitch. Then I realized what I was seeing. Buildings, rows of them, not underwater, on land. The town was no longer at the bottom of the lake, it was closer. And standing in the middle of the main street was a crowd of pale figures, watching the camera, waiting. And every new satellite image shows them a little closer to the shore, a little closer to us. I think Blackwood is coming back, and when it does, the lake won't be deep enough to keep them down anymore.